receiving the philosophy that could cause you to live your best life, become happy, abundant, prosperous, in love with yourself, has been the most challenging thing I've ever done. Well, it was challenging because I lived it first, and it took me 36 years to write it all and to prove it and to live it. But it's been more challenging because I couldn't have you believe it. That's really been the biggest challenge. See, because I knew several years ago that this had happened through everything I've done throughout my life, all the coaching I've done for years and years, but then finding Wilhelm and getting all of that information, that universal wisdom, and putting it all together and coming up with something that was so different and unique that caused me to heal and understand myself and the world in an entirely new way. That was surprising in itself. But see, several years ago, again, I knew that was happening, which I wrote an article that I could become a billionaire because I've discovered the thing that could change anyone's life and cause them to be who they're meant to be in this world. And I know that that's true. And was it because I was intuitive or a mystic? I don't know which came. But then, because I had this connection to Wilhelm that had me write it all, and then I discovered that there's an organization in our world. There's an organization in the universe. And that's why I published something the other day. I said, when you discover something new, no one will believe you. Even though I'm showing the results. I'm showing this is how it happened. And then I'm showing you exactly how you do it because it's all in your consciousness. Every difficulty that you're having is just something that you've been thinking or been taught that you haven't moved over. That's it. And I've been given all of those answers. And I know that for sure. But causing other people to get that was just really challenging. Several years ago, 5 years ago now, I knew our world was going to be where it is now, and this is part of why this work came through, because we were going to go through a difficult, challenging time individually and collectively in the world, and this work would have anyone move through it in much greater ease. Now, again, you accepting that has been my greatest difficulty because, see, I care about people, and that's been my problem. That's been my difficulty for my entire life, and you can read all the messages and it's like I have to help everyone, and that's never going to happen. That's never going to work, but I've been doing myself in because of that. So what I'm doing now is today is the last day for the special that I had for people who wanted to come in the program, and you can do it at this really reduced rate, and it'll change your life. But most people say, no, I'm not going to do that. So what I am going to do, though, is I'm going to do a presentation on Saturday so people will understand it. Now that will be where I talk about how much this is going to cost, because I'm going to be 74. I can't keep doing this. I'm going to be retiring, and I'm going to finish this work so people will have it. But the real cost should have been at $5,000. It's people told me a long time ago. However, you can look at it today if you'd like, but I will have the presentation announced in the next day or so, and you can come and see that. But this has been really fascinating, and I want you to think about that. Because if you're going through anything in your life that's challenging or difficult, I do have the answer. I've been given the answer, and I do know that. Getting you to believe it is a whole entirely different thing, though. But check out all the work. See you soon.